Hello, welcome to this week's episode of Tuesday's Talk. I'm Pamela Jean. Thank you so much for joining me. My topic for today is just a question for you, for those of you that are running a business. What are you doing every day to create new clients for your business? If you feel like you've done all the things, you've done all the work, but yet you're still not getting the clients that you need for your business, well, what are you doing every day to create clients? What does that look like? Let's say you're in direct sales. Let me just back up one second. It doesn't matter what you're in the business of, whether you are in direct sales, photography, own a floral shop, you have an attorney's office, you're an architect. It doesn't matter what you're in the business of. If you are in a line of work that you serve other people, you have to create clients for your business every single day, regardless of what you're in the business of. So I want to start with just an example of direct sales. There are a lot of direct sale opportunities out there. If you hop on any of your social media, you're going to find a plethora of different places that you could sign up for to do a direct sales business. But what are you going to do to set yourself apart? What are you going to do that is unique to your business? What experiences are you going to create for your clients, for them to tell their friends and for their friends to tell their friends to start bringing more people into you? You might sign up and you have a roadmap of how to do your social media, how to do your parties, how to do all the things. But what can you do differently to set yourself apart? How can you package your product to make it look prettier? How can you reach new people that you've never reached before? When you're creating clients for your business, it takes work every single day. Now, what I encourage you to do is take the time to create a roadmap of how many new clients do you need per week? How many new clients do you want per week? How many of your current clients do you want to turn into a new sale? Because oftentimes, if you create a client base, they already love you. You have a group of people that already love you, and all you need to do is encourage them to make another purchase, to place another order, to refer a friend, something like that. So it's not always about creating new people, but it's also cultivating from business from the clients that you currently have. So in setting up a day for yourself of creating new clients, you have to have it on your schedule, number one. If you don't make time to create new clients in your business every single day, you're going to flatline and it's going to become very, very stagnant. This has to happen every single day. And that can be many, many different ideas. One of the first things is a consistent, constant social media program, a plan, a campaign. Because if your social media isn't kept consistent, you're going to lose your followers. People that are interested now might think, gosh, I haven't heard from so-and-so in so many days or weeks, whatever it might be. They're going to lose you. They're going to lose interest in you. They're going to stop following you. So make sure that you have good, solid social content that people can engage with. You let them participate with you, give them opportunities to opt in and sign up with you. Maybe you're sending them something free, you're giving a free gift, or you're doing a freebie Friday or something like that, but something that engages them that's very, very interesting. Look at what some of the other direct sales people are doing. Find ones that are very successful and take little nuggets and tips and information from them that can help you build your own business. So number one, schedule it. It has to be on your calendar every single day of creating new clients. Again, social media is just one way of doing it. Perhaps you need to join a networking group. I've started to go to a fantastic networking group called Women in Business. It's Tulsa Women's Fellowship. I go once a month, and I've met some of the most incredible people I could ever have imagined meeting. But look in your area for networking opportunities. What's beautiful about things like that is, first of all, it's like an hour and a half long at most. You can be in and out in an hour over lunch. There's always great speakers. but the best conversation happens with the women that are at your table. Make a point every time you go to a networking group of sitting with different people. I know it's fun to make friends and create these new friendships, but sit with new people, introduce yourself, get to know them. What do they do? What is their business? You can share your business. That alone is going to help you start creating new clients and networking with a whole new group of people. Another way is, what are you doing via email? Are you giving people the opportunity to sign up with you so you can send them an email? Do you have a newsletter? What information can you be sending them directly to be able to create a new client? Attending community functions and events, not just a networking type of group, but attending social events where you have the opportunity to visit and talk and chat and meet new people, shake hands with people. Always have a stash of business cards with you so you can pass those out and give those around, because that is part of it. That's networking. The product that you sell, the service that you offer, is so much reflected in you as a person. So when you're out at these public events, whether it be the networking groups, the women in business type of meetings, or you're at a social function for your community, make sure that you're representing your brand well. That if someone says, "What do you do for a living?" they will look at you and say, "Oh my gosh, I would love to do portraits with you," or "I would love to do coaching with you," or "I've been meaning to try that new hair product or that new lip product or that new skincare line. I've been meaning to try that." Because you have made a connection with someone and they like you, your chances are so much better of them actually signing up with you or trying a new product. And from there, you've not only made them a client, but you have a potential of making them as part of your team if you're building a direct sales team. Another thing I want you to always think about and always do, when you do attend these events and you exchange business cards and you get a chance to meet and socialize with people, the minute you get into your car, the minute you get home, whatever the case may be for you, start writing notes on who you met. Write down, "I met so-and-so. She is a realtor with such and such a company. I met so-and-so. She is a graphic designer for such and such a company. The speaker was so-and-so." Write those names down. Take 10 minutes out of your day and write a thank you note to each of those individuals that you met. First of all, the speaker, thank you for sharing your knowledge. It was fantastic meeting you. I enjoyed learning from you. Write them a letter, a note, quick note of appreciation. Do you understand the impact that will have on this particular speaker? That is networking. That is creating and building relationships. Sending a thank you note for the person that you sat next to at lunch. "Thank you, Susie, for letting me sit with you and your friends today. I had a great time meeting you. It was a pleasure. Best of wishes to you in your direct sales business," or whatever it is. Acknowledge that you appreciated them spending time with you. Acknowledge that you enjoyed that time. Wish them well in their business. You're creating and connecting and building a relationship. Business is built off of relationships, and that is intentional. Relationships are difficult to build if you are just doing social media alone or electronic communication. You have to have face-to-face communication. That's part of creating clients as well. Putting yourself in those positions where you can have those face-to-face connections. Now, here is probably my biggest, I'm a huge advocate for this, and I think it's so incredibly important. Every single day, you should have a log sheet of how you created clients that day, every single day. I want you to write down on this log sheet who you spoke to, what you talked about, where they would fit into your business, and how that conversation went, and as much contact information about this individual that you can. By doing this, number one, it's creating a strong habit. If you don't have something as a habit in your everyday life, it's not going to happen. So if you get into the habit of writing it down every person you met, every person you talk to. If someone sends you a message on social media, write that person's name, information down. So it's not only giving you the discipline and creating that habit that you need to focus on building and creating new clients every day, but what it also does is it gives you a log of potential clients. Let's say I spoke to a client or a potential client today about photography. Gosh, I would love to do my family's portrait. I probably would like to do something in the fall. Okay, I have that written down. Susie Jones is interested in fall family portraits. So what would be the logical thing for me to do? Write that down, put a note in my calendar, a reminder in my calendar to reach out to Susie Jones, who I met at a luncheon meeting in May, is interested in doing fall family portraits. So I can reach out to Susie Jones in August and say, Susie, I'm just touching base with you. You had mentioned you'd be interested in fall family portraits. It's time to schedule that session. By writing it down, you are creating a list, a log sheet of potential clients that, someone might say no to you today. It doesn't mean no is forever. It doesn't mean no, I never want to talk to you again, although they might say that, and that's fine. That's okay. But it gives you the opportunity to go back and to follow up with people that expressed an interest, because we get busy. You meet people and you're really excited to meet them, and then you get back to your office, you get back to your business, and you're swamped and you're slammed, and 6 months goes by and you're like, what was the name of that person that I met about 6 months ago? Blah, blah, blah. You lose those details. But if you are writing it down and you are reaching out to these people that you meet and that you connect with, that in itself is creating clients every single day. So let's just recap a little bit. First of all, you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to be diligent in being active in your community, active in your social community, social media community. Make sure that's consistent every single day. If someone comments on your post or something you've shared or express interest in your product, write that person's name down. Get into that habit of every single day writing down people that you connect with in regards to your business. Not only are you going to build confidence, because I think a lot of people are confident in their product, but they're not always confident in themselves. They're not comfortable in going into a meeting situation where they don't know anyone and just sitting down with a group of women that you've never met before and just say, hey, I'm Pamela Jean. I'm a portrait photographer as well as a life and business coach, and start that connection and that dialogue with the new people that you've met. Put yourself out there and build that confidence. So you need to be busy and active in your community, whether it be your social media community, your physical community. Relationships are only built face-to-face. That's the best way to build business, is face-to-face. Social media is a great place to start. That can be a dialogue starter, but to truly build those relationships, you've got to have that face-to-face one-on-one connection. So get to those networking events, social media, your email lists. Build your email list so you can email out information that's relevant to the interest of that client. Take the time to send thank yous and to do things that most people don't do. If you met 200 women this afternoon and one person sent you a thank you note, a handwritten thank you note, you don't think you're going to remember that person? I bet you will. I bet you will. And I want you to be that person that everybody remembers because of the special and unique things that you do. Represent your brand, represent your product everywhere you go. If you're going, even if you have to just run to the grocery store really quick, do not take a chance of not hoping you don't see someone you know, because every time you say that, that's when you're going to see someone you know. And you want to be able to give off the best first impression that you can. Bar none, the most important part of this is to write it down. write down on a log sheet of your conversations, whether it be via social media or at an event or somewhere that you've had a conversation with someone or exchange business cards. Write their names down, write down details of that conversation. If they talked about their children, write down how many children they have. Get in the habit of doing that every single day. And I promise you, absolutely promise you, if you consistently do this on a daily basis and make it part of your routine, and I'm a big firm believer in daily routine, that'll be a Tuesday talk conversation for another day. But if you do it every single day with intention and focus and purpose, you will begin to see that snowball effect of new clients coming into your business and being built off of relationship and connecting with you, your business owner. Thank you so much for joining me. I really, really appreciate you being here. Have an awesome, awesome week. Have a great day. I hope the sun is shining wherever you are, and I hope you're having an excellent, excellent day. Thank you so much.